stop scrolling, because in the next 3 minutes, you might realize you're watching the end of the greatest era in sports history. For almost 20 years, football belonged to just two men. They won 13 Ballon d'Or trophies, shattered hundreds of records, scored over 1,700 official career goals combined, and turned every El Clasico into a global event. But here's the question nobody wants to answer. What happens when Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are finally gone? And are Kylian Mbappé and Lamine Yamal really ready to carry the weight of football's biggest legacy? Or are we asking the impossible? This wasn't just a rivalry. It was a level of dominance football had never seen before. From 2008 to 2017, every single Ballon d'Or was won by either Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. For an entire decade, nobody else could break their grip on football's biggest individual prize. Every weekend, millions of fans weren't just watching Barcelona or Real Madrid. They were watching history being written in real time. Messi played like football had no rules. Ronaldo played like limits didn't exist. One relied on vision, balance, and impossible dribbles. The other built himself into one of the most complete athletes the sport has ever seen. You didn't have to choose a favorite, but the entire football world was forced to choose a side. And that's exactly what made this rivalry bigger than football itself. Then, something happened that most fans never thought they'd see. In 2021, Lionel Messi left Barcelona after more than 2 decades with the club. Not because he wanted to, but because Barcelona couldn't register his new contract under La Liga's financial rules. For millions of fans, it felt like football had lost a piece of its identity. At the same time, Cristiano Ronaldo's second spell at Manchester United ended in controversy, and soon after, he made the shocking move to Saudi Arabia. For the first time in nearly 20 years, Messi and Ronaldo were no longer at the center of European football, and suddenly, the question every fan had been avoiding became impossible to ignore. Who takes the throne now? The first name was Kylian Mbappé. At just 19 years old, he helped France win the 2018 FIFA World Cup, becoming only the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. The football world believed the next king had arrived. Then, before most teenagers had even finished high school, he was breaking records for Barcelona and Spain, playing with a confidence that shocked even the biggest legends of the game. But here's the truth most people ignore. Talent isn't the hardest part. The hardest part is doing it every single season, for 15 or 20 years. That's exactly what Messi and Ronaldo did. They didn't dominate for one tournament or one season. They stayed at the top for nearly 2 decades. And that's the mountain Mbappé, Yamal, and every young superstar now has to climb. Maybe we've been asking the wrong question all along. Maybe the next Messi will never exist. Maybe the next Ronaldo will never exist. Because legends like them aren't replaced, they're remembered. Every generation gets its own heroes. Maradona inspired Messi. Messi and Ronaldo inspired Mbappé and Lamine Yamal. And one day, today's kids will inspire the next generation. But here's the fact that makes this era different. We were lucky enough to watch 2 of football's greatest players compete against each other for almost 2 decades. That isn't normal. It may never happen again. So if you're watching Messi or Ronaldo, don't skip the moment. You're not just watching football. You're watching history that future fans will only be able to read about. And maybe, years from now, we'll look back at Mbappé or Lamine Yamal and realize this was the moment their own legendary story truly began. Who do you think will define football's next era? Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, or someone we haven't even seen yet? Let me know in the comments.